Nebraska's sex offense registry, like those across the nation, was established to help ambitious politicians, not to enhance public safety. Now, a growing body of empirical research says that these registries are ineffective as well as actively detrimental to communities and individuals. It's time for Nebraska legislators to critically examine the evidence and consider abolishing the sex offense registry. Here are some well-supported reasons, each grounded in empirical research and credible sources. The ripple effect of sex offense registries extends far beyond the people forced to register, profoundly impacting their innocent family members. Spouses, children, and parents often endure immense stigma, social isolation, bullying, and even eviction simply for living with someone on the registry. This collateral damage can lead to unstable living situations for children, disruptions in their education, and significant emotional distress, undermining the very fabric of families and communities. Sex offense registries demand massive resources from law enforcement agencies and taxpayers. The administrative burden of tracking, verifying, and updating information for thousands of people forced to register, many of whom pose low or no risk, diverts critical resources away from investigating serious threats and preventing actual crimes. In Nebraska, recent legislative testimony has highlighted that thousands of families are adversely affected by the registry. One of the most significant criticisms of sex offense registries is their lack of effectiveness in preventing new crimes. Numerous studies have consistently shown that public registries do not reduce sexual crimes. In fact, some research suggests they may even slightly increase the crime rate. A comprehensive study by Columbia University, for instance, found no statistically significant decrease in sexual crime rates following the enactment of registry laws. Furthermore, people forced to register struggle to reintegrate into society and access essential support systems. Registries often create a dangerous illusion of safety, leading the public to believe that potential threats are easily identifiable and trackable. However, this focus on a small, often low to no risk group of people forced to register diverts attention from the reality that most sex crimes are committed by first-time offenders who are known to the victim, often family members or acquaintances, and who are not on any registry. This misdirection of focus can leave communities less prepared to address the true nature of sexual violence. The severe restrictions and pervasive stigma associated with registration often lead to insurmountable barriers to employment, housing, and social inclusion. This can result in joblessness, homelessness, and profound social isolation, conditions that are well-documented risk factors for recidivism. When people forced to register are unable to find stable housing or employment, they are more likely to struggle with mental health issues, substance abuse, and a lack of positive social connections. Sex offense registries disproportionately impact minority groups, exacerbating existing racial and social inequalities. Data consistently show that Black men, for example, are registered at twice the rate of white men, reflecting systemic biases within the criminal legal system, including policing, prosecution, and sentencing. This disparity compounds societal inequity, making it even harder for people forced to register from marginalized communities to overcome the challenges associated with a criminal record and reintegrate into society. Public disclosure of registry information, often easily accessible online, has a well-documented downside. It encourages vigilantism, harassment, assaults, and even violence against people forced to register and their families. Nebraska has unfortunately seen instances of this, including cases of people being shot over their inclusion on the registry. These acts of extrajudicial punishment undermine the rule of law and endanger the lives of individuals, regardless of their past actions. The lifetime stigma and severe restrictions imposed by sex offense registries raise serious constitutional concerns. These measures often constitute additional punishment that goes beyond the original sentence, raising questions about ex post facto laws, due process, and equal protection under the 14th Amendment. The continuous and often arbitrary restrictions that have an effect upon where people forced to register can live, work, and even visit can be seen as an ongoing form of punishment that extends indefinitely, far beyond what is typically considered a just and proportionate sentence. The vast resources, both financial and human, expended on maintaining sex offense registries could be far more effectively utilized. Instead of simply tracking individuals, these resources could be reallocated to support evidence-based prevention programs, mental health services, therapy, and education initiatives. These proactive strategies are proven to be far more effective in reducing sexual violence, especially by addressing the root causes and providing support to individuals at risk of offending for the first time. A focus on treatment and prevention offers a genuine path towards safer communities, rather than an illusion of security.